and welcome back to Concert Critiques in Cars with Emily. So this show was kind of a last minute thing for me. I was debating whether to go or not, mostly because of the timing of it. It started at 8:30, so you know me and loving early ending concerts. This was not that. But yeah, it was awesome. So I went to go see the Rex in Baltimore. So let's get into it. So the opener was a band called Arlie, and they were all dressed up, so that was pretty cool. The drummer was the Tin Man, the bassist was the Wicked Witch, the guitarist was the Scarecrow, and the keyboardist was the Cowardly Lion, and then the singer was Dorothy. And he had on these very high red boots, which will for sure come back later. So the first song had like a slower start, but picked up real quickly. And he went back to back with the guitarist for the instrumental bridge. Really good energy for the opening. I really liked the instrumentals at the opening. For the next one, I really liked the lyrics in the chorus. Very energetic during the instrumental at the end. So it was really, those two songs I thought were a really good way to open their set. For the next song, the keyboardist started playing this like female voice that just kept saying, wasn't this supposed to be fun? But it was definitely like a digitized voice. And it had like a slower vibe overall. The plug-in is like, so someone gave him like red glasses, like red heart glasses to wear, and so he was wearing them, and then all of a sudden he wasn't wearing them, and I noticed that his plug to his mic had fallen out. But he got it in again really quickly, and I was like really impressive. I don't feel like he actually missed a beat at all. And then like the song stopped, and I had thought the song ended, but he just kind of stopped to talk about the last time they were in Baltimore, and he's like, God, you guys remember the last time we were in Baltimore? And then went right back into the song, which had the lyrics, "It's been too long." So that was clever. I thought that was really a cool way to kind of engage the crowd, and also, yeah, it was just like fun and to engage, especially with like the, hey, we were in Baltimore before. After that, he introduced the band. The next song, I really liked the lyrics in the first verse and the second verse. And then during the instrumental part, he ran backstage, and then he came back out with a saxophone, which was really cool. And then he started to play the end of that song after, so the music had stopped. So again, I was like, okay, like, so they ended the song so that he could start the next song with the saxophone. That was not the case. They ended the song, or they paused the song, I should say, and then they went back to the end of the song with the sax. So that was pretty cool. Seeing the sax live was awesome. So then for the next song, they did like that loop thing where you can like play part of the loop and then save that loop and then do a new part and then loop that, and then it builds and builds and builds. So he did that with the saxophone, which was pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure he tried to do it with the crowd, but I don't know if the crowd was really loud enough to make an impact for that particular loop. But the saxophone part was really, really cool. Then that had a slower start. I really liked the lyrics in the first verse. Super auto-tuned, but I really liked the effect because of the slower vibe, so it actually like worked out really well. And I really liked the second verse. Break the Curse is what it was called. He said that afterwards. So yeah, so I like, again, like super auto-tuned, but it kind of worked, especially with the slower vibe. After that, he started with like the at the beginning, which I actually really liked. I really liked the lyrics as well, and it had like a lighthearted feel to the instrumental part, so I really liked that song as well. And then the next song was a really good follow-up to that previous song because it had a very similar vibe, so I really liked that. And then for their last song, they definitely I'd heard the song before. I liked the instrumentals during the verses and the lyrics in the second verse in particular. It had like and so then he just was kind of like running up and down the stage, which was pretty fun during the instrumental. And at the end, he was like on the ground. He just like fell to the ground, and then he got back up and jumped off the amp, which was crazy. So yeah, it was really, the entire set was pretty impressive because he was like slipping around on the stage in those boots, and I really surprised that he did not fall, not on purpose. So yeah, it was a really cool set. Definitely gonna check them out. I want to listen to their like digital recordings. But yeah, really interesting, and love that they dressed up for the show for Halloween time. So yeah, it was cool. All right, so then the Rex went on. They started with like flashing lights and almost as if the sounds were like as if the radio was being like switched to different channels before the band had come on stage. So then they played a song, and I don't know what the actual title is, but if I had to guess, I would say "Go Out of Style." That seemed to be the lyric that was the most prominent. He let the crowd sing part of the second verse. It's funny because I definitely have heard the song before, and in the recording, it's like not my favorite of theirs, but seeing it live definitely was good, and I thought it was a really good song to start with. Not only for me because it's like, all right, get the song that I don't love out of the way, but also it was just like had a really good energy in general, so it was still a good start whether I like the song or not. After that, they played a song that I really liked, the pre-chorus and the chorus. It was a really good follow-up energy-wise, and I really loved the third verse. So after that, they played a song with a shorter, quicker feel for the verses, and then I definitely recognized that song during the chorus, so I really liked hearing that song. The follow-up had a similar short, quick feel at the beginning, so I really liked that. Obviously, I love that short, quick feel. I really liked the instrumentals in between the verse and the pre-chorus, and really loved the chorus of the pre-chorus. It was a great song. Basically, that song was just fantastic, and again, a really great follow-up to, again, a song that I kind of knew. So I really liked that one as well. Then after that, loved the guitar intro. It was definitely a darker feel. Loved the lyrics. Again, that darker, grittier feel. So I really like their new album. And so to me, their new album has that darker, gritty feel. So I want to say this song was off this album. Just again, because it had that darker feel to it. So I really, really liked that. And they let the crowd sing parts of the chorus towards the end, so I really liked that as well. So then after that, they played a newer song, Things You Make Me Do, which will be on their deluxe album, but I guess they already released this song in particular. And so the girl in the audience, because he said the video had just come out, and the girl in the audience caught his attention and was like, I love your video. She's like, I watch it on a loop 24/7. So he's like, sometimes those people comment and it's like, 10,000 listens, I've listened to it 999 times of those or whatever, and he was like, this is that girl, in real life. So that was pretty funny that he was really interactive with the crowd. I really liked that. This song had a shorter, quicker feel, really good follow-up. Again, it had that similar darker feel, but also it was a lot lighter. So I really, really thought it was interesting because again, it kind of kept with the theme of the album, but then also definitely had some lighter part to it. So I really, really liked that. I thought that was really good. The next song had a slower, definitely less dark start. I really liked the lyrics in the first verse and the lyrics of the bridge. It sounded like he changed how he sings the chorus right after the bridge, so I really liked that. Again, I'm not 100% sure because I didn't know that song super well. But if you do know, please comment. I would love to know if I'm correct. So yeah, again, I like a change in a song, as you all know. I love that when they have a subtle change, and it definitely sounded like he had subtly changed it, so that was cool. Then after that, they played Sonder, which for me was way too early in the set. I was kind of hoping it would be the second to last song, and then the last song would be their biggest single, according to Spotify, which I didn't know. So yeah, I was again, loved hearing it, and I will get into why, but yeah, it was a little bit right when I heard it start, I was like, no, too early, save it. But yeah, so it was amazing to see live. It was just so fantastic. I didn't really hear a ton of changes. Again, I don't know the song that terribly well, but definitely didn't hear non-subtle changes. If there were changes, they were very subtle. And then he came to the super front of the stage and kind of reached his hand out to shake people's hands. So that was pretty cool. After that, they kind of took a break. I'm gonna say a break, even though they were still on stage. He was talking about costumes, and someone threw him a pair of bunny ears, which he put on but did not wear after that. He threw it back into the crowd before the next song started. And then someone else threw some alien antennas onto the stage, which the guitarist actually like did play with after that for pretty much the whole rest of the show. They saw someone like up in the balcony dressed as the Pope, so they're like, oh my gosh, the Pope is here and he's drinking, so that was pretty funny. Oh, and then they like brought this little kid he was like, okay, but the best costume goes to like this kid. And they bring this little kid on stage who had like his little headphones on, and he was dressed exactly like the drummer. It was so cute. It was really cute, and the kid was so awkward. It was so cute. So yeah, that was a really fun touch. Again, like super engaging for the crowd and in with the crowd, you know, like looking at people's costumes and stuff. So that was pretty cool. The next song after that had that short, quick feel, and a little bit of darker feel. I was not a fan of the high notes in the bridge, or maybe it was the pre-chorus. I genuinely couldn't really tell. Yeah, they were just like, I don't know, it was just a little bit distracting. So then after that, they said that they had added the song in the spirit of Halloween, and he was trying to get all the people with just costumes. He was like, don't worry, you're not going to lose your place, like, let's just do this. And then they played a cover. I don't know if it's called Psycho Killer, but that is like the main part of it that you would probably all recognize. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I would have loved to hear like the Nightmare Before Christmas cover. That would have been amazing, but again, not complaining. But I'm just curious if they actually play it on other shows during the tour, because he was like, what? So it was like confusing, because he was like, so we added this song for Halloween, but he was like, but we've been playing it, and the one thing that's been missing is like this circle in the middle with all these costumes. So I genuinely could not tell if they've been playing it the whole tour and they are planning to play it later, and they're just saying that like the costumes are like the crowd is the thing that's missing, or if they genuinely added it just for like this weekend or week or whatever. So again, if you went to a previous show that is not around Halloween weekend, or you're going to a future show that's not around Halloween weekend, please let me know. I'm very interested. After that, the song had an upbeat feel, like right off the bat. Really liked the guitar part in the chorus. Really liked the guitar part in the chorus. Repeated part words was distracting. Again, it's like weird. I don't know what it was. But I really liked like the whole rest of the song, except for that one part where it was like that repeated, for some reason. But there was like a breakdown and build up of the bridge, right? So like they broke it down for the bridge was all broken down, and then the bridge started to build back up. So that was really awesome. I really liked that part of the song in particular. The next song had like a quick feel similar to the first one, at least for the first verse. But it was interesting because I liked this song better than I liked the first song. So yeah, I really liked okay, and then so again, interestingly enough, last song I didn't like the part where repetition, but then this song I really did like the part where repetition. And I don't know if it like the last one he was trying like hard to make a higher note or something, but for some reason it just was not working for me in the last song, but it definitely worked for me in this song. So I really liked it in this song. I liked the guitar part for the bridge and the lyrics for the bridge as well. Super energetic song. If I had to guess, I Feel Fine. That was like the one lyric that kind of stuck out. After that, he got a water bottle from the side of the stage and like randomly gave it to some girl in the crowd. So that was, again, just like super involved with the crowd. I really liked that about this band in particular. The next song was like really upbeat, but the lyrics were like all about the things that he hates. So I really liked that contrast. Super energetic, like, and heavier like feel to the chorus. So that was really cool. And then like again, it came back down for the verse. So I really liked that like contrast and that kind of like roller coaster. And then I'm pretty sure he added Baltimore in the chorus. At least that's what I'm going with, and I'm pretty sure that's what it was. So yeah, so I really liked the lyrics in the third verse too. A lot of third verses. Really liked lyrics to most of them when they existed in the song. So then I don't know if someone had asked the question, but he was like, I'm a baby in a nursery, but it was only because his jumpsuit was baby blue. So he was like, I'm only saying that because I'm wearing baby blue. But then he talked about how tomorrow's show, his costume is going to be awesome. So if you were at tomorrow's show, please let me know what he wore, because I'm super interested, but he did not actually say what he was going to wear. So anyway, the next song had a really quick, short feel to the intro, and there was like an awesome build up to the chorus, which I really liked. And then he let the crowd sing parts of the chorus after the bridge, so that was really cool. After that, there was like a slower start vibe to it, but then like a ton of energy for the chorus, and I feel like that tended to be like the MO, right? It was like very, like if there was a slow beginning, it was just because they were gonna like rock out for the chorus, which was awesome. And then basically whenever they sang the line, I think I can get used to this, that was like my favorite part of the song, and they sang it a lot, so that actually might even be the title of the song. I have no idea, but I loved it, and it was just like throughout the song consistently good. Like the lyrics right after, like that whenever it was sang, the lyrics changed like depending on when it was sang throughout the song, and I just loved it. It was great every time. So I really liked that line, and it happened often, so yeah, I was pretty happy with that too. So that was a really cool part of the song. And so just like overall, again, because I keep saying like slower start, there were definitely some songs that were more sentimental, and so I really loved how even when it was like a slower song or sentimental, it still like had this amazing energy, and so they did a fantastic job with that. And you know, again, it's like you have these slower, less crazy songs, and you kind of have to put them in your set somewhere. But it didn't matter where they were put, because they still had that like same level of energy, even if they didn't have that same like vibe of energy, if that makes any sense. I know that's like maybe confusing, but stick with me. Sorry. So then they left the stage and they came back for an encore pretty shortly after. The lead singer was knighted with a guitar, so that was pretty cool. The crew stage hand guy like gave him a guitar, and he knelt on one knee to be knighted. And so the guitarist sat with his guitar at the end of the stage, which is cool. So again, this had like a slower start. Again, all this like slower start stuff. I loved how the first verse was sang. The tone like would go up. Really loved that. Really loved that. Recognized definitely once the chorus kicked in, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, I just like loved the energy in the second verse, and it was just amazing. It was really cool to see that song overall, so yeah, I really liked that. And then they ended with their biggest single, so I was really excited about that. Again, wish Sonder was maybe right before it, but then the song they had right before it was pretty good too, so can't really complain about that too much. But anyway, so for the last song, they had the crowd split, and he walked into the crowd for pretty much like second half to almost the end, and he was just like jumping around with the crowd. Like he kind of went towards the back, and then he went towards the front again, and then he kind of went towards the left of the stage, just like into the crowd. So that was really cool, really awesome that he just like hung out, and then he went back on stage right before the end of the song, and then he let the crowd sing the last few words. So yeah, it was a really like fun show. And again, I know that I don't know a lot of the song titles and even maybe a lot of the songs, but it really was like just, they have such an energy, and it was really fun. And even Arlie was really good. Again, they had a really good energy. I don't think there was any really like low point for me in either set, except for that like distracting repetition in that one song, and then the high notes in that other song. Yeah, I just wish they had played, okay, and then I wish they had played Sonder a little bit later, but again, that's just like a me thing. But yeah, I'm gonna give this one a 9.0. They did a really nice job. It was a really fun set. Yeah, 9.0. Let me know if you agree, if you disagree. Were you there? Did you want to go? Did you go to a different show? And yeah, so I will see you guys next time. 9.0, great show. Definitely go see the Rex if you have an opportunity to. And yeah, all right guys, thanks. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.